I'm keeping nice and warm. At least this week the weather is not as cold as last week. But nevertheless, we will still warm you up nicely before going into any of the main asanas. Okay, so for today you're just going to need one block or whatever you're using as your block, and then just place it down next to you, just in easy reach. And what we're going to do today is we're going to start by lying down. So you're going to start in Shavasana. Okay, so I'm just going to stay seated so that I can talk you through everything. So you're going to be lying down on your back comfortably, so maybe still have your jerseys or your warm things on, just to so your body doesn't get too cold to start off with. And you're lying down on your back, your legs are slightly apart, your feet are nice and relaxed, the arms are alongside you, not too close to the body, with the palms facing the ceiling. Okay, and then you're going to gently close your eyes. So make sure every part of your body feels nice and relaxed. Okay, and then you're going to start by exhaling all the stale air in the lungs. And then inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, pause, 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 exhale. And then inhale to the count of 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. And you can continue breathing at your own pace while I read what we're going to do today. Back bends lengthen and open the front of the body. They are associated with the sunrise, with waking up and moving joyfully into the world, with expansion, growth, and embracing life. Opening the front of the body with back bends stretches the muscles that surround the heart and the lungs. They expand both breath capacity and emotional openness. And I thought for today, a great attitude becomes a great day, which becomes a great month, which becomes a great year, which becomes a great life. And then with that, you're going to place one hand on your heart and the other hand just above the belly button. Inhale confidence, part the lips, and exhale doubt. Inhale courage, part the lips, and exhale fear. Inhale the future, part the lips and exhale the past. Inhale, love. Part the lips and exhale, hate. Inhale, positivity. Part the lips and exhale anything negative. And then you can slowly draw the knees into the chest and slowly open your eyes. So give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then you can stretch your legs out in front of you and then stretch your arms up over the head. You might need to yawn, have a good stretch. And then you're going to roll over onto your right. Just pause there for a moment before sitting up. So that's to prevent any dizziness. And then once you are at a seated position, you're going to sit cross-legged first of all, and you're going to bring your hands next to the hips or in line with the hips, pushing down into, so pretend you've got a ball under the palms, and you're going to push down into the fingers. You're going to draw the shoulder blades backwards. Okay, so you're lifting the sternum, drawing the shoulder blades back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching those arms up, and you're going to now feel the stretch in the sides of the body. So you're feeling the muscles in between the rib cage stretching as you take the left hand beside you. So we're not placing it down on the mat. You're just placing it beside you, bringing the right hand over the head as far down as you can. And this is a two-way stretch, so you're stretching the neck over to the right and you're working into the palm of your hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, stretching up to the ceiling and across to the other side. So remember, you're working into the palm of the hand. Okay, so it's a two-way stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, stretching up to the ceiling and then folding forward and placing your hands down onto the mat ahead of you. If this is as far as you're going, you just release tension in the neck. Otherwise, you're walking your hands as far forward as you can, so you're going to feel this lovely stretch in the lower back and then releasing tension in the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to walk the hands over to the right and release tension in the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to walk over to the left. So you're going to feel this stretch in the opposite hip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale to the center, one last stretch, and then walking the hands back up. Okay, so we are going to warm up the top half of our body. So back bends are very involved. You need to make sure that your spine and all the muscles in your body and joints are nice and ready and warm. Okay, so you're going to bring your hands into Namaste. Okay, and we're going to bring them up over the head. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create circles above our head. Okay, so we're going in one direction first, 5 times. Okay, so 3, 4. So when you're going on the rotation at the back, try and make sure that your hands are past the head. Okay, 4. We might have done 4 already, but we're doing it again. And 5. And to the center. center. Okay, so you're going to feel that movement in the upper back and the shoulders. Now in the opposite direction. 1, 2, one way will feel much easier than the other. 3, 4, and last one, 5. Okay, and then bringing the hands down. We're going to inhale, stretching up, exhale to the side. Inhale to the front, exhale, hands into Namaste. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. To the heart center, and then you're going to bring your hands onto the knees. You're going to bring the elbows out to the side. We're going to warm our hips up now, so you're going to do rotations in one direction using the hips. Okay, 5 to each side. That's 3, 4, 5, to the center, and then in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the center. We're going to bring our hands onto our shoulders, so I want your elbows to be in line with the shoulders. Okay, we're going to do a series of cat-cow poses. So we inhale. I'm going to show you how to do it first, and then we'll do it together. You inhale, elbows are going out to the side. They're going to be in line with the shoulders as you lift the sternum. Okay, so you're inhaling when you're lifting the sternum. Exhale, you're going to bring the elbows together and you're drawing the belly button in. So we're curving in the spine as we exhale. Okay, so let's do that together. We're going to do 10 of those. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Going for 4, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and this is number 7, inhale, exhale. So really feel the rounding of the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale, bringing the elbows together, tucking the chin under, just staying here for a moment. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale you can bring the hands down. So just roll the shoulders back and forwards. Okay, then you're going to come onto all fours. Okay, so you want to have the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. The toes are flat against the mat. Okay, so when you look through your legs, you don't want to see the toes. You want to just see, you don't want to be able to see the heels either. Okay, so we're going to do cat-cow. So we inhale, and as we inhale, we're looking up slightly and we are creating a curve in the spine. Exhale, as we're drawing the belly button in and rounding at the spine. Okay, let's do that together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So you're getting that prana life force running through the spinal column. Exhale, inhale, exhale. So go at your own pace. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, coming to a neutral spine. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to look over our right shoulder, and as we're looking over the right shoulder, you're also twisting in the hips or turning in the hips so you're looking over the right shoulder, looking at the right buttocks, and then across to the left. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, and then in neutral spine you can just come down into extended child's pose for a moment. Just for a couple of moments. Okay, and then we are going to come back onto all fours, and we are going to lift the right leg up. Okay, so you're going to first stretch into the toes, then lift the leg up and make a right angle with the leg, okay? And we're going to kick the ceiling 10 times, but you want the leg to come back to the same position, so you're not lowering the knee below the hip, it's coming straight in line with the hip. Okay, so we're working the glutes and our thighs here. Ready, and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Okay, let's do the same to the other side. So remember to draw in the abdominals here, so don't sink into the lower back. Okay, so pushing into the left toe, lifting the leg up, bending it at a right angle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you can bring the foot down and coming into child's pose for a couple of breaths. Okay, then you're going to come onto the forearms. We're going to come into the base of our headstands or Sirsasana. So before we do this, anybody who is suffering from high blood pressure that is not controlled or any eye pressure problems, then please rather lie with your legs up the wall. Okay, for everybody else, you are grabbing hold of the triceps. This is the distance that you want to keep. Then bringing palm to palm, interlacing the fingers and tucking in the baby finger. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So you might need to zoom in. The baby finger is tucked in. Okay, and then pulling back into the thumbs. Okay, so this is the position that your hands and arms are going to be. They're not going to move once you place the crown down and lift the tailbone up. Okay, this is very important for the stability of our necks. Alright, so we are going to then place the crown of the head in the apex of the triangle you've created. Okay, and then digging in the toes and lifting the tailbone up. Okay, so your hamstrings might feel a little bit tight here, okay, but as long as you're working into the shoulders, working into your elbows, you won't be putting much pressure on the head, okay, and then if you can, you're going to walk the feet closer. Alright, so try and stay up there for a little bit longer each week, okay, and as I tell you, every week it's got amazing benefits to being upside down, okay. So it is good for getting fresh blood to the brain, good for insomnia. And when you've had enough, you're just going to come down into child's pose for a couple of breaths. And then coming back onto all fours, you're going to walk the hand one space ahead, digging in the toes and coming into a down dog. Okay, so if your hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight, you can pedal the feet. Just bringing a little movement into the backs of the legs, easing the heels down slowly, and then when you look through the legs, you shouldn't be able to see the heels, they should be neatly tucked behind you. You're pushing the chest through towards the back of your mat. The weight distribution on your hands is even. Nod your head yes, and no, and yes, and no. And then you can walk the hands towards the feet, big toes in, heels are out. You can bend the knees slightly, and we're just going to hang in ragdoll for a few moments. So you're really going to feel the body getting heavy. And you can sway your arms, do whatever feels good for you. Nod your head yes, and no, and yes, and no. And then straightening out the feet, bending the knees, and coming to a standing position, vertebra by vertebra, with your head, the last thing that's going to pop up. Okay, awesome. Now you should feel nice and warm and ready to do a couple of rounds of Surya Namaskar. Okay, so you're going to stand at the front of your mat. Inner rim of the feet are together, so the big toes and the heels are kissing, as we say in the kids yoga. Okay, and then you're going to feel the energy draw up the shins, up the kneecaps, up the thighs. You're going to tuck in the tailbone, pull the belly button in. The shoulders are away from the ears, the sternum is lifted, and you are working into the fingertips. You are now strong and balanced in Tadasana or mountain pose. And we're going to do a couple of rounds of breathing here. Remember not to lift the shoulders when you breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we're going to come onto the toes to check our balance for today. And then replace the heels. And you're going to take the toes down one at a time, starting from the baby toe, ending at the big toe. Okay, and then bringing your hands together into Namaste. Remember, for the first one, we stop just above the knees. That is to warm up the spine. The second one will go straight down. Okay, so I'm going to go into top of my mat here. Hands are in Namaste. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing the hands above the knees. Now your spine is nice and straight here. Extra stretch, looking forwards. And then you're going to place the fingertips down on the mat ahead. Extra stretch, looking forwards. And then walking the hands to the ankles. Okay, so you can either just keep the fingertips in line with the feet. Otherwise, you're going to grab hold of the ankles, widen at the elbows. Eventually, chin will go beyond the knees. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. And dropping onto the knee of the right foot. Okay, we're going to come into a low lunge here. So you can untuck the toes. You can keep the hands on either side of the ankle. And then just lunging into the foot. Okay, so we're keeping the torso down. You're going to feel this in the hip here. It's going to be a nice stretch over your thighs, into the hips. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, front to meet the back. So now you're on all fours, you're going to come into extended child's pose. Inhale, and as you exhale, your shoulders are going over the wrists, the elbows are going towards the body as you are bringing the chest down onto the mat. And then onto your tummy. Into baby cobra. So you're just lifting the hands off the mat, the toes are firmly planted. Placing the hands down alongside the chest and coming back into extended child. Okay, let me just take my jersey off while you are in extended child. Apologize for the dogs. You can hear them running along the fence. Okay, then you can come onto all fours again. Stepping the right foot in between the hands. We're not going to come into low lunge here. You're digging in the toes of the back foot. Back to meet the front. Tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale. Arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Okay, let's do the same to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing the fingertips on the mat ahead of you. Extra stretch looking forwards as you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back and dropping onto the knee of that foot. Okay, untucking the toes and we're coming into a low lunge. So you're really going to feel it in the hip here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, front to meet the back, coming into extended child. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're rounding over the shoulders, bending the elbows towards the body as you bring the chest down onto the mat, and then tummy into baby cobra. Placing the hands down and sliding back into extended child. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, coming onto all fours, stepping the left foot in between the hands, digging in the toes of the back foot, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana, inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Okay, for the next two, you do have the option to do the same as what we've just done. Otherwise, we're going to go into plank and then dropping onto the knees. Okay, so we're practicing our up dog in the next two. You're back at the front of the mat, hands into Namaste. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing your hands onto the mat ahead of you. Extra stretch looking forwards. And then you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. Okay, and we're stepping into plank now, so front to meet the back. Right. So plank, you're not going to have your bum up in the air. You want to have nice strong bones here, so nice strong muscles. Inhale, and as you exhale, just dropping onto the knees. Okay, and then you can untuck the toes. You are going to bring the body in between the hands, just like we did last week. Okay, so you're looking forwards. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're bringing the body, creating space in between the hands, rounding at the shoulders, and coming onto the tops of the feet. Okay, so we're not sinking into the spine like that. Okay, so you really want to be working into the top of the feet. The thighs are off the mat. Okay, awesome. Then you're going to dig the toes in and push yourself back into a down dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, coming onto your toes, looking towards the front of the mat, creating space in the spine, and placing the foot in between the hands, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana, inhale, arms up over the head, and hands into Namaste. Okay, so with the transition from up dog to down dog, if it's going to be easier, you can go straight onto your tummies and then push back into a down dog instead. Okay. Last one, hands into Namaste. Inhale, arms up. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing the fingertips onto the mat, edge to stretch, looking forwards as you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back. Front to meet the back, coming into plank. So nice strong plank here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, dropping onto the knees, untucking the toes. Looking forwards as you bring the body in between the arms, coming onto the tops of the feet. Okay, rounding, bringing the shoulder blades back. Okay, then you can drop down onto your tummy. Okay, if it's easier to then push back into either extended child's pose or down dog, then you will do it from here. Digging in the toes and coming into a down dog. Okay, cool. Having serious wardrobe issues today. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, coming onto the toes and stepping the left foot in between the hands, or you're shuffling forwards, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Okay, everybody awake, alert, and alive. Cool, right. So we are going to come into Natarajasana, or Lord of the Dances. So please go to where feels right for you today in your practice. Okay, so we're going to start by taking all the weight onto our left leg. Okay, so find a spot ahead of you that's non-moving. Okay, and if you need the wall, you're going to place your hand into the wall. Okay. Taking all the weight onto the left foot. We're bending at the right foot, okay? And you're going to take your hand down along the foot. Okay, so let me do it from the side. Okay, so toes, fingertips are pointing downwards, all right. So we are there. And then the kneecaps are together. Okay, so the leg is not ahead or behind the left leg. The knees are in line with each other. You're going to bring the left arm out. If this is as far as you're going, I'm happy. If you would like to take it a step further, you're going to turn the palm towards the ceiling, gently look up. Again, if this is as far as you go, I'm happy with that. Otherwise, if you would like to try a little bit further, you are going to slowly come forwards and kicking the foot up behind you. Okay, so I'm going to do it to the side because I'm too close to the wall here. Okay, if you want to just have a look. Okay, so you're slowly coming forwards, kicking the foot up behind you. Okay, and then coming into dancer, and slowly with control you're coming out of it. The palm is facing the ceiling, you're looking up if your balance allows it, and then you're coming out of it. Okay. So just looking up like that also stimulates the thyroid gland. Okay, so let's do the same to the other side. I'm going to face this way. Okay, so you're going to take all the weight onto the right foot, bringing the left foot, the heel towards the buttocks. Okay, and the fingertips are going down along the foot. Okay, checking that the knees are in line with each other. Drawing the abdominals in, just making sure you've got your balance first, bringing the arm out. Okay, if you want to take it a step further, the palm is going towards the ceiling. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're coming forwards. The foot is popping up behind the head eventually. So really wobbly one. This brings poise and balance. And then with control coming out of it. Ooh, I'm wobbly and looking up. And then bringing the feet down. Awesome. Okay, we're going to come into warrior two. So you are stepping the feet out. Okay, fingertips together. Inhale, and as you exhale, stretching out. You're going to turn on the ball of the left foot to 90 and the heel of the back foot to 60. Checking your alignment. Front foot is bisecting the back foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, bending into the left leg. Okay, so we're not surging forwards here. Okay, you want the mass of the body in the center. If you feel like you might be a bit too narrow, you're going to widen from the back leg. Okay, and then sinking down. If your neck allows it, you're looking over the front hand. And you're going to be working the kneecap outwards. So you're not pushing in, you're working the kneecap to the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can straighten that leg. We're going to come into Utthita Trikonasana. So you are creating space underneath the armpit. As you are stretching, reaching forwards, bringing the hand onto either the shin or above the knee, never on the knee. The opposite hand is going to go into the waist. Okay, so choose which feels right for you. What we want is to have the chest nice and open. Okay, so if that means that you're placing your hand on your thigh, I'm happy with that. You don't want to be folding forwards and closing up that chest. This asana is very good for building lung capacity, so you don't want to have a closed off chest. Okay. Checking your alignment. Thumb, second toe and shoulder in a straight line as you revolve the rib cage open. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to take it a step further, you're bringing the arm up. And if your neck allows it, you are going to be looking up at the hand. Otherwise, just look straight ahead of you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, up you come, and then back to the middle. Okay. So please don't jump in and out of asanas if you've got any joint issues, especially in your knees. Okay, rather step out. Okay, so we're going to do the same to the other side. Stepping the feet out. Fingertips together as we stretch out. Turning on the ball of the right foot to 90. And the heel of the back foot to 60. Checking the alignment. Front foot is bisecting the back foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, descending into the right leg. So remember, you're not surging forwards. Mass of the body is in the center. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can straighten the front leg out, creating space under the armpits as you are reaching forwards, placing the hand below the knee or above the knee, and the opposite hand is going into the waist. Checking the alignment. Thumb, second toe and shoulder in a straight line as you're revolving that shoulder or the chest open, not the shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, stretching out into the arm. Okay, making sure that both legs are active. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, up you come, bringing the hands down and bringing the feet forwards. Okay, so we are going to come into the last of our standing poses. So you can keep the feet wide as they are, just bring the toes in, the heels are slightly out. We're going to come into the relief posture for our standing poses today, which is Prasarita Padottanasana. Okay. And we do keep it for a couple of breaths once we're in the asana, and that is because we want to gain the benefits from it. So it's a forward fold, so it's calming and soothing to the nerves, as well as it aids in digestion. All right. The thumbs are in the bony part of the spine. Inhale, opening up that chest. Exhale, as you are folding forwards. Now, if you've got any detached retina or any of those kind of problems, then this is where you stay. Otherwise, you're going to bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Extra stretch looking forwards. If you want to stay here, then just release tension in your neck. Otherwise, you're going to walk your hands in line with the feet. And then you are grabbing hold of the ankles, widening at the elbows. Eventually, the chin will go beyond the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale you can bring the hands underneath the shoulders, bringing the feet together slightly. You're going to work your way into a down dog, doesn't matter which way you go, into a down dog, and then coming down on wide knees, big toes together as you are stretching forwards onto fingertips, and then walking the hands back, one on top of each other, and then resting the forehead onto your hands. Taking this opportunity to thank your body for all that it allows you to do in your daily lives, and bringing your breath back to its natural breath. And then you are going to stretch forwards onto fingertips. And then walking the hands back, you're going to come onto lying on your backs. You're going to need your blocks. Okay, you're going to place the blocks, or the block, not blocks, in between the thighs. You're going to interlace your fingers around. We're going to work on the abdominals because with back bends you also need strong abdominals, you need strong thighs. Every part of your body needs to be active. Okay, interlacing the fingers and creating a hammock. You want to have the elbows in line with the shoulders. Okay, and then we're going to bend the knees and straighten out the legs. Okay, so you want to be working into the heels and the toes. Okay, so your feet are flat against the ceiling. You're working into the legs. Okay, you have the option to keep your head onto the mat. Otherwise, inhale, and as you exhale, lifting head and shoulders off the mat. You're working into your abdominals here. You're trying to flatten the spine against your mat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale you can come down. Okay, so that was just the tester. Now we're going to hold it for 10. So bringing the feet up. Remember to be working into the baby toe side of the foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the mat, sucking in the belly button. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Okay, we're going to do that again. Okay, lifting the legs up. Inhale, and as you exhale, lifting head and shoulders up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and turn to the left. So the elbows are going towards the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, to the center, and then you can release. Remove the block away. So you're not hugging the knees into the chest just yet. So it works our abdominal muscles nicely now. Okay, and we're going to take the block. We're going to come into Shatush Padasana, okay, which is the wedge. Okay, so you're going to need your block. You're going to walk the heels close to the buttocks. Lift the hips up and then place the block underneath. So you want to have the top of the block in line with the belly button. Okay. And then placing the arms down alongside you, you can then walk the feet out, so not off the mat, and you want to keep the toes down. This is step 1. Even this is a beautiful asana for opening up the chest. We'll spend a couple of breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, you can walk the feet close to the buttocks again. If you want to stay here, that's perfect. Otherwise, you're lifting the hips up and you are flipping the block. So exactly where it is, you just flip it a level, and then you can interlace the fingers around the block, rolling the shoulder blades back, so you're opening the chest up even more, and then walking the feet out. So remember, the toes stay on the mat, and then you can release the hands. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, walking the feet back. Now, only if you feel like your spine is able to do this, you will be lifting your hips up and flipping the block to the highest level. But please don't do that if you feel like you don't have the flexibility in your lower back. Okay, so if you're flipping it up, it's going to look like that. Bearing down into the shoulders and walking the feet back. Okay, but now please rather do the one we've just done, the level we've just done. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, you walk the feet back towards the buttocks, and you're going to come down level by level. So if you've gone to the highest level, you're going to go down in stages. So do this nice and slowly, because it feels amazing for your back. And then once you are at the lowest level, you remove the block, resist the urge to draw the knees into the chest. You're going to come into one final wedge, and this is without the block. You're walking the heels towards the buttocks, placing the hands down alongside you. Palms are facing down. Inhale. As you exhale, you are peeling the coccyx off the mat, and then vertebra by vertebra. Okay, so you're going to come up as high as you can. You're going to roll the shoulders underneath. So you're working into the thighs here as well. Inhale. Exhale. So you're lifting those hips up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly coming down to vertebra by vertebra, and then the coccyx is the last thing to come down, and then you can hug the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side, coming into happy baby pose. Stretching out into those legs. And then bringing the knees together. We're going to rock and roll on the spine 5 times until we are at a seated position. Okay, so we are getting the prana, the life force, running up and down that spine until you are at a seated position. And our last asana for today, which is the relief posture for back bends, you are either going to do a down dog, or you're going to do a 90-degree handstand. Okay, so please don't do the 90-degree handstand if you don't already do it in class or haven't already done it in class. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Okay, so you're either going to do a down dog. Everybody knows what a down dog is. Okay, and for those that would like to attempt the 90-degree handstand, you're going to come into a down dog against the wall. The heels are against the wall. Okay, so it's very important here that you lock your elbows. Okay, so you're coming into a down dog against the wall. You are going to push evenly into your hands, locking the elbows as you slowly walk the feet up the wall, okay, until you are eventually in a right angle against the wall, pushing the chest through. Okay, so please only do that if you feel like you have got the strength in your arms. I don't want you to face plant, okay? Or you can put a cushion there, but whichever one you're going to do, you're going to do that now. Awesome. Okay, and then once you've done that, you are going to come down to lying on your back. So if you need to put your warm things on, you're going to do that now. We're going to do a bit of back therapy before we go into Shavasana. So you are lying down on your back. You're going to walk the heels towards the buttocks. You're going to bring the arms out alongside your palms are facing the ceiling. And you're going to drop the legs over, or the knees over to the right, and look to the left. So a nice gentle twist in the spine. And then swap. And swap. And swap. And then to the center, you're going to toe heel the feet out to the corner edges of the mat, or the outer edges of the mat, keeping the knees together. The arms are still out alongside you as you drop the knees over to the right, look to the left. And swap, these are like our windscreen wipers. And swap. And swap. And then bringing the legs together, you're going to bring the knees together as they are, keeping the feet where they are. And you're just going to lie here for a couple of breaths. You're bringing the belly button towards the spine. This is a very good posture to do for any lower back pain. And then you're going to hug the knees into the chest and create little circles using the lower back. And then in the opposite direction. I'm very sorry for my dog who's barking. And then you're going to bring the feet down and slowly stretch out the legs. The palms are facing the ceiling, the arms are alongside the body, so they're not close to the body, they're just alongside. And you're going to work into the toes, into the feet, and release. Working into the calves and the knees, and release. Working into the thigh muscles and the hips, and release. Working into your abdominals and the chest area, and release. Working into your fingertips, and release. Working into your arms and the shoulders, and release. The tongue is loosely in the mouth. The eyelids are gently closed. As you start by exhaling the stale air in the lungs. And then inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you slowly feeling your body melting into the mat for a few moments of Shavasana. And it's slowly time to come to the here and the now. So you can start by breathing a little bit deeper, bringing your awareness back to the body by moving the fingertips and the toes. Having a stretch and a yawn if you need to. And then roll over onto your right and pause there for a moment. Our reading for today. Life is like a camera. Focus on what is important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, take another shot. And our positive affirmation for today. I am strong. I am kind. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am fearless. And I am amazing. Whatever is beautiful, whatever is meaningful, whatever brings you happiness, may it be yours. And then you can slowly come to a seated position. Thank you for all joining me virtually on the mat today. I hope you go into the rest of the week with your heart wide open, and I will see you safely, or I'll see you safely virtually on the mat next week.